Here with his response to the governor's order is our political analyst, New York Post political columnist, Fred Dicker. Fred, thanks for joining us. This was a measure, or at least part of a measure, that had long been stalled in the state legislature.
It had, Cody, and it's another example of a governor using executive actions to bypass the legislature. It's something that's disturbing to a lot of people because we're supposed to have a system of checks and balances. If the legislature won't pass a law, the governor's not supposed to supersede them or bypass them, but it looks like he's able to do it, or he's going to try, although a lawsuit here is threatened.
You know, the law in place didn't mention gender identity or gender expression, just age, race, creed, color, national origin, sexual orientation, military status, sex, marital status, or disability. It's a mouthful there, but are there more issues with what the governor did, the protections he's added, or how he did it?
It's both. I mean, there are a lot of people who wonder what, gender preference means, or in this case, a gender identity. I mean, this is a controversial issue, obviously. People can take different sides of the issue. I don't think there's any medical certainty on it. But the point is, this could now impose a lot of legal liability on many people or organizations that aren't quite sure what to do here. Anybody who wants to, maybe, the critics would say, could claim that they're of one gender or another, and then what are people supposed to do if confronted by that? And now the force of law apparently is on their side. But the governor's done this with minimum wage. He's done it with labor union requirements, fracking, and other things where he just bypasses the legislature entirely and seeks through executive order to impose what he thinks is the right thing to do.
And what sort of precedent does that set for his office and for lawmakers?
Well, a lot of what he's doing is unprecedented, and a lot of people are worried about that because it's violating the fundamental legal principle that we have of a balance of power and restraint on the executive branch. That's what the legislature is. That's what the judiciary is. That said, right now, nobody's about to stop him. We have a very weak Republican Party, virtually no opposition there. So it's probably the courts. If anybody is going to restrain the governor, it's going to be the result of a lawsuit, which has been threatened here. And if it is filed, we'll see what the courts have to say.
All right, Fred, thanks so much. Reminder, you can hear Fred's radio program live from the state capitol every weekday morning from 10 to 11 on Talk 1300 AM.